All right, we've got a big one for you today. A new mandatory safety directive is coming down from the European Union Aviation Safety Agency. In the next few minutes, we're going to break down exactly what EASA AD 2025-0191 means for your operations and for your fleet.
So if you're operating an Airbus EC155B or B1, you're going to want to pay close attention. This new Airworthiness Directive, it's mandatory. And yeah, it's going to impact your entire fleet.
Okay, let's get right into the nitty-gritty. Get your calendar out because you're going to want to circle September 18th, 2025. That's the day this whole thing kicks in, so let's walk through exactly what you need to have done before that day rolls around.
Okay, so first things first, what exactly is this new directive? Let's cover the high-level details just to get everyone on the same page.
All right, let's just break this down at a glance. The main takeaway here is that this new directive is all about amending the Airworthiness Limitations Section, the ALS, for your aircraft. And this is a big one. It completely supersedes the old directive from way back in 2010. That tells you this is a major update to your maintenance requirements.
Now, here's what's really crucial to understand: the scope. This isn't some limited directive for a handful of aircraft. No, this applies to the entire EC155B and B1 fleet. We're talking every single serial number. There are absolutely no exceptions.
So, you might be asking, why now? What's the reason for this update? Let's dig into the why behind this mandate and see what prompted EASA to make this move.
Okay, so the whole thing really hinges on this one critical document, the ALS. And let's be clear, this isn't just some friendly guidance. This is the part of your maintenance manual that lays out the mandatory schedule for keeping your helicopters safe and airworthy. It's the rulebook. And this slide right here, this is the heart of the matter. The old maintenance rules are out, and these new, much more restrictive ALS revisions are in. What does that mean for you in simple terms? Well, it means new tasks, stricter inspection schedules, and in some cases, shorter life limits on certain parts. It's all designed to seriously beef up the safety standards. And EASA isn't mincing words here. They've put it out there in black and white. Failure to comply could lead to unsafe conditions. This isn't just about paperwork or ticking a box. The agency has made it crystal clear that not following these new, stricter guidelines could have very real, very serious consequences.
Okay, so that's the what and the why. Now for the most important part, what do you have to do? Let's talk about your direct responsibilities and the action plan for your organization to get compliant.
For every single camo and engineering team out there, it really boils down to this three-step roadmap. It's not optional. Step 1, get your hands on the new ALS documents. Step 2, update your maintenance program to reflect every single new task and limitation. And Step 3, get out there and actually do the work. Accomplish those tasks and replacements exactly as scheduled.
Now, there is a little bit of good news, especially for those of you who've been ahead of the curve. If your team has already started incorporating these new ALS revisions into your maintenance program, you can get credit for that. It could definitely make your path to full compliance a bit smoother. All right, let's shift gears a bit and talk about the practical side of things, the deadlines and the real-world impacts. How is this directive going to affect your organization from an operational and, yes, a financial standpoint? So, here are the key dates you need to burn into your memory. The whole thing kicks off on September 18th, 2025. That's when the clock officially starts ticking on a critical 12-month window you have to get your maintenance program revised and approved. After that, it's business as usual, but under these new, much stricter rules. Yeah, just to really hammer this home, 12 months. That's it. That is the window you have to get your entire aircraft maintenance program revised, updated, and approved. It's a hard deadline, and the planning for it really needs to start, well, right now.
When you look at the big picture, the impact is pretty clear. On the one hand, safety gets a massive positive boost, which is the whole point, right? But achieving that safety enhancement comes with real operational and financial considerations. You're going to have to plan very carefully for potential downtime during maintenance, and you'll need to budget for the cost of new parts and labor.
And make no mistake, the ripple effects of this AD go way beyond the hangar floor. Your commercial and leasing teams, they need to make sure all lease agreements reflect these new requirements. Safety officers, you've got to integrate these changes into your safety management system. And for senior management, it's crucial to see this for what it is, a non-negotiable safety action that absolutely requires proper resource allocation.
Okay, so where do you go from here? What are the next steps?
let's talk about the official resources your team needs to have on hand to guide your compliance efforts and make sure everything is done by the book.
Think of this as your technical toolkit. Your team needs to start with the Airworthiness Directive itself. That's your primary source. Then, you've got to download the specific ALS revisions for your models, Revision 9 for the B and 11 for the B1. The Alert Service Bulletin offers some extra guidance, and if you have any really specific questions, that email for Airbus support is your direct line. And that really brings us to the final and most important question for every single operator. Your deadline to get that maintenance program revised is September 2026. Is your compliance plan ready? Because that 12-month clock starts ticking very, very soon. The time to act is now.